This performing arts tutorial looks at gestures and actions, and what we're going to look at in this tutorial is we're not going to go through a list of different gestures. We're looking at how gestures can change and be differentiated depending on what the character means or who the character is. So we're going to start off looking at the gesture of waving. Georgia is going to just do a normal wave for me. And now I want Georgia to imagine that she's waving. She's trying to get somebody's attention who's quite far away. Brilliant. The next thing is she's waving. She's trying to get someone's attention, but she doesn't want anybody else to notice that. Lovely. And another one. Let's imagine that somebody's waved at you that has got your attention. You wanted to avoid their attention, but you know they've got it now. You don't really want to wave to them, but you have to. Lovely. Okay. Now we'll have a look at clicking your fingers is one that we've actually got on the sheet here. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. So you might be in a restaurant trying to get a waiter's attention. You might be trying to remind yourself of something. You might be in conversation with someone trying to get them to talk or to speak. Brilliant. Excellent. All right, so looking at the head now, we're going to look at nodding your head. So it sounds like the simplest thing, so if you just nod your head for me, please, Georgia. Now, nod your head in really clear agreement. Okay. Now, you really want to show, you want this person to be impressed with how much you agree with them. Now you're nodding your head, you're saying, I do agree, but really in your head you don't agree. Now we've got, I'm nodding your head, but I don't really understand what you're saying. I'm nodding my head at you to get your attention. Okay, so it's the same gesture, but it really can change the different ways that you might do that gesture. Let's have a look at shrugging your shoulders. So the first one is, I don't know. The next one is, I'm exhausted. The next one is, I'm trying to release some tension in my shoulder. And then the last one might be, why are you asking me? Brilliant, excellent. Okay, we're going to look a little bit at vocal gestures here, and we're going to look at laughter. So Georgia's going to show you how you can differentiate laughter as a vocal gesture. So we'll start off with the high-pitched, annoying fake laugh. Fabulous. The girlish, flirtatious giggle. Let's have, what was the other one we decided on?
Evil.
Yeah, let's go for a slightly sort of more evil, severe laugh. So what Georgia's here is she's changing the sound, she's changing the movement that goes with the laughter to kind of give it a different feeling. The last type of gesture that you've got, there's a new different types of gestures that you can do, but the last one on the sheet is physical contact. So say if Georgia pats me on the shoulder in kind of like a consoling way, she might be patting me on the shoulder to get my attention. But she might be patting me on the shoulder in a consoling way, but as if she doesn't really mean it. Okay, so that is our tutorial on gesture and action. Just remember, the most important thing is not necessarily what gesture or action you do, but think about how you do it and what that says to the audience.